final part of a joint virtual ghost tour. We're up here at Judd Trail. And again, we have the master of ceremonies this evening, the one and only Joe Punohu, that will be telling us stories about this place. I might chime in. And we got special audio effects going on in the background too, so it's kind of cool.
So when we came by just now, there was like a car that pulled over there and stopped in the middle of the road, and the two girls got out on the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and they just kind of sat there. They came in front of the car, they sat on the hood of the car, they just talked story loudly, and I don't know if they were fighting or what, but now we get more people doing that. Oh.
What were the cops doing
Were there cops?
when we came out of Louisville?
Probably from the robbery.
No, they were probably just looking because what the cops told me before was that they like to call the people in Kailua see a car on the side of the road, and so they'll call the cops saying, "There's a car on the side of the road. I don't know who they are."
Oh.
You know, so the cops came by, ran the plates, saw them, none of the cars.
Hi, aloha.
And,
Thank you for the like.
you know,
No, right.
Wait, they didn't find my bench warrant.
Thank goodness.
Dang. I know, yeah. They're not searching deep enough.
No, we're not Kailua. We're in Nu'uani now. We're at Judd Trail.
Joe's favorite place, guys.
Joe, what's this thing hanging from the tree?
Oh, beetle traps.
Oh, okay.
Not Beetlejuice, beetle traps.
No, yeah. Ah.
Nice to have you here, aloha. It's kind of late at night, so I don't know who's going to show up. But you guys have the opportunity of watching this later on, too.
Yeah, sorry. Kind of chaotic tonight, but I want to check.
A lot of my
because
people are on the mainland.
I want to check down there.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
We had a case involving a haunted mirror last week,
Mm.
and it's at the same time we took the mirror out and broke it. The next day, I was told there's a mirror over here. I think it's down there. I want to see if the mirror's still down there.
Sure.
There's a week for haunted mirrors. I did my haunted mirror thing last week.
Mirrors, we get haunted items. Wow, what's going on?
I don't know, man. It's Halloween. Okay, so Joe's going to go do something. I will stay here with you folks, and we will just talk story.
I'll walk with you.
The spirit box? 'Cause we could show some of that.
I got the spirit box. It's in my car. It's in the car.
You want somebody to go with you? We can go with you.
And we can use the dowsing rods too. They're in-
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah.
Heck yes. Did you want to take the spirit box with you? You know how to use it?
No.
Okay. Let us know. So meanwhile, I'm here with everyone else.
Oh, wait a second.
It's kind of a personal story about that particular haunted mirror. But yes, guys, last week, 2 haunted mirror things. One with what I did with you guys, and then this is another entirely different thing. But it's a personal case that what happened. I think it was the day after my haunted mirror. So something to think about.
So I bought this bacon lettuce tomato sandwich. Coming up to Polly, and Joy's like, "Oh, are you really gonna bring bacon over to Polly?" So I'm like, "Crap!" So I start driving 25 miles an hour up.
Oh, what was that? Is that somebody's phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the time I bought
That really sounded like something. Hey, Ed, good to see you, my friend. Happy Halloween to you, for you guys. And don't forget, tomorrow night, I'm going to be telling ghost stories up at Morgan's Corner, in case you're wondering. And other things. Man Camera Ghosts, Part 3, Morgan's Corner. We start at 11:30 at night, and we rock and roll all the way through Halloween. So tune in for that, guys. I might have some special guests showing up. I'm not too sure. Definitely got one guest showing up, so I just don't feel comfortable. Like, remember what happened the last time, right? We had some crazy people show up at Morgan's Corner. I don't want to be dealing with crazy people at Morgan's Corner solo. So, to be safe. Right now, we're waiting for Joe to come back. He's going to go check on something he did with a haunted mirror over here. Ooh. We'll see what happens when he comes back, though. Get all the details for you folks. You know, I was telling my friend Jana this, and I don't know if you other folks have experienced this, but usually right around Halloween, if not Halloween night, yeah, you can have the greatest plans. This may not apply to everyone, but I know people that it applies to. The greatest plans in the world, and there's going to be one weird thing that happens, right? So tonight we had two crazy things happening. There was a robbery down at the at the 7-Eleven that we were going to go to, and then afterwards there's some crazy people, like Joe said, down the street. I don't know why they want to argue on a haunted road. And yes, Aloha, you're absolutely correct. Thank you. I'm not going to go there alone. Yes, yes, Ed. Safer in numbers. I agree. You know, especially Halloween, right? We're gonna go straight into Halloween. That's gonna be something. I never did anything like this before. I think where we just went straight into it. So, kind of looking forward to that. But you'll see. You know what happens along with me. I get to experience all of it, and then you guys can just watch and say, "Be careful," which I appreciate, by the way. Ulupo was something else, huh, guys? You guys had some stuff happen over there too. I felt stuff over there. You know that noise that I heard, that hissing sound at the end, brah? That was not a bird. I'm telling you, man.
It's coming down.
Yeah, coming down, but the screech at the end. You know, over here get owls too, yeah. And I even up at Polly get owls and stuff, and we heard them before. They screech, and it's like a long screech, you know, like a long one. They let you know that they're doing their hunt and everything. This was not an owl. This was something entirely different. So that was amazing. That happened at the very end of the last virtual tour. If you haven't seen it and you're watching this later on, go to part one of our part two virtual ghost tour. And at the end, you're going to hear that. And everybody here was experiencing different things. The divining rods, very interesting results with that. There was this one leaf and it was completely still and it was just moving around. I know my camera caught that. So, and I think some of you guys heard voices too, yeah? And stuff like falling and stuff too. Yes, yes. All
And
kind of.
I'm gonna have to tell you something. I heard a fart.
Oh, that's terrifying.
I did.
You heard a fart?
Put a timestamp. I'm gonna have to go back.
A fart?
Yeah, a fart.
Oh my goodness. You heard it first, guys. I did not hear it. I did not smell it. I do not claim it. I did not.
Let's blame it on you.
Let's blame it on somebody else except us. So that's the highlights of part one, yeah. Part two, this is like, and I don't blame Joe. This is his favorite place to come to, and we're gonna see what happens. Aloha says Ulupo is known for people seeing just one leaf moving. I've heard people say that before. Interesting. Yes, yes, and we experienced it tonight. It was on the side where, well, basically you're not supposed to hang out too much because you're close to the heiau, but it was right around there by the owl tree, I think it was. Yeah, the owl tree. So, yeah. But the first sound, yeah, I can see what Joe was saying. Oh, coconut. But that second one sounded like movement and it's something loud and moving around. So, a lot of that happens over there. A lot of stuff like that happens. So, we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully, it's just like, everybody's here and we're sharing some stories and stuff. And that's the thing about Halloween, yeah? Everybody get together, we have our interests, and we focus on it with the experiences that we have encountered. So, you can kind of hear Joe. Joe's down below, but if you go down below where Joe is at, there's like 2 or 3 tiers down below at Judd. Definitely, I mean, I got my stories of Ulupo going back, but there's like a Pohaku over there. It's a very unique and beautiful Pohaku. And there have been experiences over there. One time somebody made pilau over here. Joe called me when I was doing something in downtown. And he said, you got to come up to Judd Trail. And I came. And when I came up here, there was like a trail of white powder going all the way down to the Pohaku and on top of the Pohaku too. And that's bad juju, man. Pohakus are very powerful. The Hawaiians say in the rock, there is life, yeah? And I believe that, that's true. If you come over here, you sit on Pohaku, you always say, excuse me first, yeah? You heard something. What you heard? What you guys heard?
It was like right over here, kind of a shuffling.
Yeah, that happens. On the road, sometimes you'll see like, I think a couple times we saw like large shadows walking around and stuff too. But you're seeing it in the dark, which blows your mind, right? You see a shadow in the dark, you're like, whoa. Plus big too, yeah. So you got to kind of like keep your distance and let whatever's happening happen and not get involved with it. So I was on Hawaiian Hauntings last night and we were talking, and the one thing me and Joe was, we were like on the same page with like a lot of other stuff. We said like New Oahu, man. Plenty of places on this island you feel ancient stuff, and definitely it's spirits, but New Oahu is just something else completely. It usually starts by Oahu Cemetery, and as you drive up, it's really interesting that as you go further up and you pass the Royal Mausoleum and everything, you see all these churches and spiritual centers. And to me, is this something that like draws people to the place because they feel the same thing, that there's something going on? If I were to go into a dark way of looking at it, is it a way to kind of keep a check and balance going on over there? But if you ever come to the island of Oahu and you drive up to Nu'uanu, you're going to see all of these spiritual centers and churches and everything. One of the most unique ones I think everyone has seen is the tower with the three bells. Yeah, everyone sees that when they come up here. So me and Joe both love this place. And here he comes. He's going to tell us some stuff tonight, guys.
Such a pretty hike.
I've never been here during the day.
Yeah?
It's beautiful. You got to go down below. It's so beautiful down there in the daytime.
It's one of the hikes that you don't have to go very far to get some good hits.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and so aloha, yeah, that's true. You never realize that get plenty churches on Poly, get plenty churches.
Everybody on their phones.
Everybody playing Wheel of Fortune and stuff.
Everyone's faces all lit up.
Chat right
Just
now.
trying to listen.
Oh, aloha, Bimar, Hawaii. We're at Judd Trail. We're concluding the virtual ghost tour that started last week. We went to Mo'iliili Cemetery and Manoa Falls Trail, and that was spooky. And then now tonight we did Ulupo, and we had interesting experiences there, and then we're concluding it at Judd Trail. So that's where we're at.
Stories, please feel free. I'm gonna just cruise.
You gonna cruise?
I'm gonna cruise.
Well, one of the most, if you don't mind me saying a story, one of the most interesting stories I ever had was when I was doing this work. I was really working hand in hand, collaborating with a website that is no longer here called Haunted Hawaii. And the lady from that group is a very gifted psychic. And she was telling me that had all kind of pilikia going on, that people were not respecting the ghosts like they should. People were like having them show up, but they weren't doing the proper ways of telling them to, everything's power, everything's good. And, we're leaving now. So they were kind of like feeling like it's unfinished business happening. So we came up here, and for me, first time ho'okupu, I bought like fish, and I bought like sweet potato, and we bought like tea leaf. So we walked down to the trail. It was going towards dark. And between these two pohakus, the one I mentioned earlier, and there's another one, right, like almost like a twin, but not quite a twin across from it. Between those two, we put down the tea leaf. And then we put down the fish, and then we put down the sweet potato. And then we just started saying, well, I know no one else has said anything, so we're here to tell you that we're very sorry that you're upset about things that are going on. Meanwhile, the sun is going down. If you ever come up here towards dark, it gets dark fast up here. So it was getting really, really dark. And we have our flashlights, and the darkness seemed to just surround us. And then all of a sudden, from upriver, we heard, this is what I heard like, foo. And I just, I was like, stop. I was like not moving or anything. So I tell my friend, Jen, did you hear that? She goes, what? That sound, it sounds like a conch shell. And then as I'm saying that, the conch shell came back and it did it again. And at this point, I'm really starting to panic because if it's night marches, I don't want to be here when that happens. Yeah. So it did it one more time. Now, if you walk down Judd, it's going to take you at least 2, 3 minutes to get to that location. Yeah. We were in the dark. We had a small flashlight. We were up here in the clearing in about a minute. We were so terrified. But the interesting thing is, as we walked out of Old Poly Drive and we left Judd Trail behind us, when we got to the end of the tunnel, I took one step out into the light in the neighborhood, and every single light in that neighborhood went off. And to me, it's just not coincidence. But when I talked to my roommate who hears spirits and everything, she said that what was happening is they were coming down from the mountain and they were like happy that somebody acknowledged, the problem that happened. Now, hopefully the Ho'okupu solved it. Joe came over here and did Ho'okupu. So I would like to hear Joe tell his story about the time he came here with the kava and everything, because that's a wonderful, wonderful story where, again, you try to make pono with a situation.
I told that story tonight.
You did already.
I'm on the other
Yeah.
the Zoom thing that I was on.
Okay.
Reading.
Yeah.
Did you? You're throwing something.
Yeah, I told that this month too.
Yeah.
I think I told the story this month. It's a long story.
Yeah. Basically, in essence, what happened real quick, for those of you that have not seen or heard this story before, there was a situation up here where somebody was experiencing things, and instead of like retreating the way you should, they kind of like threw things in the direction of the activity. And, that kind of stuff, I know for people like Joe and everyone else that really come into this with open hearts, you feel like you got to do something to, make peace with that. So Joe came here with some kava at a beautiful koa bowl, was it? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he took it down to the Pohaku. And so that night it was like really windy, really, really windy. And Joe said that when he was going down there, it felt like they knew what Joe was going to do. So they were all like gathering around and everything, it was like a whole village. And they went down there and Joe's making this kava right next to this beautiful Pohaku. And I'm standing off in the distance because I'm trying to document everything. And I swear to you, from behind me, I heard this woman, and she was like, ah, almost like music. And while they're doing that, I'm just looking around and I'm just like tripping out and everything. But the experiences was so wonderful. And what my friend told me afterwards, I think I told Joe this. She said that was okay. What happened was this. She explained it to us, to me and Joe. When that object was thrown in the direction where the spirits were, there was this wahine with her child, and the thing went almost hit the child. So the lady that was down there making that sound was saying thank you in her own way, because at first she was upset, yeah, because of what happened, because I know my sister's been up here and she's heard voices like oh way in the dark. So it's almost like something like that. But then from what I heard, when Joe did that, they were thankful. And from what Joe felt and what my girlfriend at the time, who was a psychic, felt, is that they all came, especially when Joe said, okay, come, time for us to leave. They all came up to the kava and they all started drinking the kava and they were very happy.
Wow.
So that's the story, yeah, Joe?
Yeah.
That's the story.
That's amazing.
It was amazing. Yeah,
It was a cool few days.
it was really cool. Very much so.
See Sparkle, yeah. I see Sparkle's here. I wonder if the mirror broke up here, but no, there's people breaking into cars.
What do you bet?
Wrong kind of situation.
I bet that's where the glasses from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, tell a story.
I'm tired.
Are you tired?
I'm tired.
Okay, so I guess I got to tell another story.
Anybody else want to try the rods?
The dowsing rod? Yeah. I will actually.
You guys do that, and I'll tell a story to conclude everything at the end. Ozzy, thank you very much. Yeah, we're using dowsing rods right now, and to see if there's any type of activity around here.
Extend and
We'll probably be using Boogie 808. Happy Halloween to all of you guys.
You just
So John about this,
And
and
I feel it right from my soul.
it's really interesting that
And what you do,
there's a whole theory behind this.
just hold them. Just hold them right out in front of you.
I don't want to channel my energy though. I want to channel other energy.
Yeah. Well, okay. Ordinarily, what people do? Whoa. What they do?
You mind if I film this?
Not a bit.
Okay.
Not a bit. Now, if you're asking yes or no questions, go.
That's a no.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Show me no.
Yeah, that's what you do. You say.
Show me yes.
It's like pendulums, same thing.
Yeah.
And it opens up parallel.
Yep. Is anything here with us?
It's shaking.
Yes. I might be shaky a little bit. Does anybody want to make their presence known? Well, I'm going to turn them over to you, Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. All you got to do is just help me.
I'll turn this over to you.
Okay.
Jana, as he does that, can you explain the whole concept behind it?
Dowsing rods they're pretty much used by people looking for water, digging wells.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do use them for like gold panning,
Mhm.
looking for gold. But pretty much they were used. They were called water witches. And
Oh, I
say
think we'll have
somebody's
the
building a new home or whatever, you
Wow,
gotta
they're
have
going
a source
crazy.
of water.
Wow, look at
Mhm.
So,
Shadow, record this.
whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's like the light is not
Oh,
helping, is it?
it's okay. All right. Whoa, they are just dancing for you, Joe. Look at that. Holy smokes.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
You know what? They're definitely yours, Joe. Yeah. Wow. Oops. Sorry.
What does it mean when it does that?
They're tapping into Joe.
All right.
Wow, Joel.
Yeah.
All right, relax. It's okay. Relax.
Wow.
That's so cool.
He said, shh.
You're not a dog, but relax.
No.
I want you to point to Carolyn. Can you point to Carolyn? You gotta go the long way, don't you? Huh? Can you point to Carolyn? Oh, what's behind us? Yeah, can you point to Obake? Oh, yeah. Hello.
A forked apple branch is actually what a water witch
Yeah, it
would
is.
use.
It is.
And they point down to the ground once you find the water.
Oh, that's trippy. It's kind of pointing in my direction.
But these rods, you can ask yes or no. We establish which way is yes and which way is no. And every pair is different. And every person that uses them, you get a different response. And I believe that that's because of the person's intent.
Yeah, it is
Or
trippy.
how spiritually.
Show me no.
Whoops, I should be.
What kind of weird
Sorry.
angle is this? Show me
From
no.
it almost looks like a Y where I'm
I'm
sitting.
wondering if this is an extension of me or if this is something else manipulating.
Faye, it's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're at Judd Trail, and Joel's using some dowsing rods, which are used for spirit communication.
Yeah, they're getting used to you. They're tapping into you.
Okay. Thank you. Well, do you think? Spin. I don't care what you do. Well, have fun.
Wow.
Oh, hi. Can you spin around in circles again?
Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
I gotta love it, Joe. Check it out.
Can both of you spin around in circles again?
That's so cool.
I knew this was a good idea to bring up. That's great.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's very cool.
This one just seems fixated on Obake.
Probably knows me. Good to see you, whoever you are.
One was focused on her, and the other one was moving, pointing stuff out. So
Boogie. That was what I did an interview with Hawaiian Hauntings. That was last night on Facebook. I think it was on Joe's personal page too. That's why you didn't get a chance to see it. I didn't know that until they did the live itself.
So it's not the rods, it's the hand?
It's
Nope.
the hand.
You,
Because he switched hands.
Yeah, that's what it was. But it was good fun.
There's something next to you.
It's like Obake, yeah?
And actually, while I'm filming this, yeah, and I'm looking through the camera and stuff,
what do you
I kind of feel like there's background stuff going on where Joe is
do?
too.
You?
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I do. I can feel that.
Huh.
It's like around him and the background type of thing. Oh, tonight it's Jana, it's Carolyn, it's Joy, her husband, her kid. I always forget you. Jerea, sorry.
Our friend.
And her friend. Yeah, we're here out tonight, and of course,
Jana's
Carolyn's
big
husband is here as well. So we're all just kind of like watching these rods do their thing, and it's a nice little
Oh my goodness.
calm thing.
Wow.
I guess it's different
Faye
than
says
the
hi to everybody.
radiant stick that we had the other night, right? Last year. You remember the
Holy
radiant?
smokes, look at that.
That.
These people driving by like, what the hell is going on here?
Oh, your phone is about to die, Carol? Okay, I understand. Charge your phone for tomorrow night, yeah, and check the time zone for 11:30 for my Halloween special.
All right. Can you point to? Can you point down the trail? Can you point? No, I'm sorry. Can you point to the waterfall, please? Can you point to the nearest waterfall? That's not the waterfall.
That's Jarrell.
That's your right.
Actually,
For real, huh?
well, I don't know if she wants
Thank
to
you.
climb or not.
Yeah.
All right. Can you point to the Pohaku, the rock? The rock that looks like a conch shell.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy. Can you point to the African?
Can you point to the African here?
Nailed.
Thank you, Carol.
Say no.
I look forward to seeing you there.
Yeah. I'm married to an African.
Everybody's African, though.
Yeah, everybody's African.
It's the motherland. It's the motherland.
True. Trick question.
I think they're tapping
You like when with I'm with other people? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool when you get people to come out.
Something fell over there.
Is there a spirit in the area over here, next to us or near us? Hey, smile at me.
So big fly there.
If
Or
there's
the
a
leaf.
spirit, could both of you point to the spirit?
The leaf fell down.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the spirit?
All around?
Yeah, it's saying all around, isn't it?
Nope, they're pointing directly at Joe.
And the bush.
Like I said, there's background stuff around him.
Yeah, the bush is a guardian. I was thinking guardian when I said spirit. Is there anything here that bothers you? Is there an item here that is bothering you? Can you show me where that item is?
In your car?
No. There's a garbage bag right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Behind
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a garbage bag right there.
Yep. Interesting. Anybody want to try?
Giraffe? Okay. Not gonna push you, babe. They'd probably spin.
This is a place Jarrell likes to fall asleep at.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
And Faye's kid too.
She's more comfortable here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice and cool now.
Daddy, you want to try?
Well, Joe, I think they like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
yours. Very cool.
Thank you, Jenna.
My pleasure. Absolutely, my pleasure.
Really great tool.
Yeah, and you just straighten it back out and push them down. You might want to WD-40 them every once in a while.
What's it made of? Brass?
I think they said that they were copper, so maybe the copper's on the inside because it looks like brass on the outside.
'Cause copper's usually a good conductor.
Exactly.
I wonder if
And
it,
you can conduct an orchestra too.
That's true. Very cool.
well, they should make one like a pen too. Look at that.
Yeah. I'll give you the bag that they came in too.
Can you tell me which alarms have a low battery? So I don't have to climb and check every one.
You tell me which wire needs to be changed.
All right, there you go.
Ask if there are more than 10 spirits present. Hey, Kai, good to see you.
Aloha.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Thanks, Jenna.
Yep, you're very welcome. There's the bag that goes with it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cool. That's a little more than 10 spirits present. Probably.
Oh, I heard that. Oh, that was loud.
I felt something.
Oh, I heard that.
I felt something.
Did you?
That was behind. No, that was behind Joe.
Behind
No,
me.
that was something
I
else.
felt something here, yeah?
There was something else.
No? Nobody else did?
Yeah, it was around Joe. Sometimes there's an interesting overlap between the sounds of the river and then something else speaking.
Oh, Kai, we found the remnants of a mirror down.
How big is the mirror?
It was probably about this big.
Wow.
For
You mean
picture
like a
itself.
hand mirror?
No, the mirror we saw down there. There's a mirror all the way down on the bottom of the trail. There was, but the shards are just there now. The mirror itself is gone. I have a picture of it.
Like an old mirror?
Have you?
Yeah, like an old antique mirror that was cracked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Creepy.
Something
Karen just sent
about
me a
mirrors.
picture. That was Tuesday? You saw it? So weird.
That is
That
weird.
is weird. Somebody really wanted it gone.
Yeah, well, they don't just dump it here. They had to walk it all the way down to the bottom of the trail. You know, that's the part I'm still wondering about.
What's the hand truck doing down there? Did somebody just dump that there?
Wait, there's a hand truck?
Yeah. Didn't you see it?
No.
What?
No, but that would make sense how the thing got down there.
Are you serious?
I didn't see a hand truck.
It's right where you said they took the picture. It was by the trees. It's laying right there. You didn't see that thing?
No.
Have I ever tried ITC water imagery where you can see spirits in the reflection of water? No, I haven't, but I've heard about it. There's also an ITC that they use with cameras that they actually project the video onto a television set. And it's like a image within an image within an image. And they've gotten some fascinating results with that. But I heard about ITC water imagery as well.
Yeah. For now, guys, I'm going to call this a night. Let's see if I can blind myself from the well. I'm going to call this a night, and we'll go live tomorrow, and I'll share some more stories. And
That's
we'll
me.
go live again with Pohaku. I think he's doing something tomorrow night at about 11:30 or so, yeah?
Yes.
So,
Whoa.
hey, I'm powering it. Leave me alone.
That
So
was,
have a good night, you guys. Take care. Aloha.
aloha. What was that just fell, Joe?
Yeah, Brian.
Bread.
But you notice how, like I said, like I always say, they don't fall down there. They fall here
Isn't that
or
something?
there. You know, not across the street,
Or they throw rocks on the road.
or they throw rocks.
What are you guys doing for Halloween?
I have, I don't know what the kids are gonna do. Might do something with the kids. Oh, look,
It's glowing.
Yeah.
Oh, your shirt's glowing.
and it's backwards. It's backwards for the Facebook Live.
Oh, wow.
Halloween's on a Sunday.
Oh, thank you, Aloha. I don't know if you watched that interview last night. That was really good. Yeah, Boogie, you can find an interview with me and Joe Panohu on
Yeah, I
his
was
on his
sad. I didn't
Facebook.
pack my Hawaiian
We
hunting.
talked for over an hour. That was
I
really
got my
good.
hoodie, but now my wife beat her.
Check it out, guys. Go ahead and check it out. And if you like, actually, I really encourage. Go ahead and join up with Hawaiian Hauntings too. Yeah. So with that said, on my part, I'm gonna do one final story, and then it's Hana for my part of the ghost tour.
It was backwards.
Huh?
I never even noticed.
Timmy
this
maybe
time
went
that it was
backwards.
backwards.
So for the Facebook Lives, it looks the right way. And then I realized there's a button.
I
to flip.
always wondered why it looked backwards before.
Yeah, well
Everything
now,
was backwards.
when I wear this,
Uh-huh.
this looks good, but then the back, the behind looks bad.
Backwards.
Thank you, Aloha. Aloha says, yeah, it was really good.
And then like, I can
So nice to have you be interviewed for once. That was nice being interviewed. Yeah, just answering questions and stuff, asking questions and stuff. We went back and forth for a while, shared some scary stories. Okay, so my final story at Judd Trail tonight. This was the very first time that we came up here. My friend used to hike in this area, and he said every time I pass by Judd Trail, I feel like I got to go down there and look for something. So, the very first time I came up here, it was me and a couple of friends, and we got over here like before it was dark. We were here like late afternoon. And as we were walking up here, one of the guys with us was really like, macho type guy, yeah? Kept talking about how he was with Chinatown gangs and he used to like beat up people and everything and stuff. And he just wouldn't stop, yeah? He was so insistent on just having to prove himself. And he went on and on and on like that till we came up to Judd Trail. So when we were up here, we were sitting down by the rocks and I was looking across the river and I saw this lady with like long hair, yeah, wild looking hair, peeking from around a tree. So, I kind of turned around and I went to my friend, my other friend. I said, "Did you see?" And he said, "The lady by the tree." I said, "Yeah, you saw a lady by the tree." I saw the lady by the tree. So we're all amazed by that, yeah. And then, not long after that, it started to get dark, and we're all kind of like sitting there, just trying to adjust to the quiet and everything else. And it must have been about 20 minutes later, we heard this loud, loud woman scream in the dark, yeah? And we were all so scared. We all dropped to our knees and we started to immediately hold hands and pray. And then after that, the guy that was so, macho and everything, he said, "Brah, I just got to leave, okay?" And as he said that, something pushed him
Whoa.
really, really hard. And he said, "I got to get out of here." So one of us had a spare flashlight. We gave it to him, and he was walking out of Old Poly Drive. And when he reached Morgan's Corner, somebody pushed him again. So he got out of there as quickly as possible. And the last thing that happened was I was doing a recording, and on the recorder, towards the end of the recording, a voice came out of nowhere and said, "Morgan."
No way.
For real. And, okay, so this is the essence of that story, yeah? This is the place where the Battle of Nu'uanu took place, yeah?
Right.
All these warriors fought with all the love that they had, to protect or to take what they needed. So my interpretation of this guy comes up here and he tries to make high makamak, and these spirits let him know, "Bro, you come to our place, you show us some respect."
That's right. Yeah.
But as far as that voice that said Morgan,
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who that was.
calling for the doctor.
Calling for the yeah, good one. Yeah, because right down the road is Morgan's estate.
Yeah.
Right down the
He
road.
was going to beat him up, like, "Morgan, you have another patient."
Exactly.
One more, But yeah, that's my story. It's Halloween, so a little bit on the spooky side. But like as Uncle Joe would say at the end of his ghost tours, he said, "Bro, you know what? When you go home, think of the most wonderful thing that you love." For him, it was always chocolate ice cream and something that was very happy, And that's what we do when we leave. We come here, we hear, and then we leave, and we replace all of that with something good.
Now we think about something happy, like coming
Yeah.
back here later.
Yeah, like coming back here later, and Joe's with the rods, and things happen again. But that was a good experience, absolutely. So I got to say that too. So Guys, thank you so much for watching. Yeah. Thank you for being here last week and here again as well. Thank you for the amazing audience that's here tonight as well, because they had their own experiences too. I will see you all tomorrow night at 11:30. We will celebrate Halloween. Man Camera Goes 3. Me and all of you come and watch, okay? Because we might have some guests as well. And that's my way of saying happy Halloween to all of you guys. And before you leave, one of the things, what was that? That I will be addressing. What was that? It was you. One of the things that I will be addressing is when I came up here the other night with Uncle Joe, something wanted to beef with him.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the video. Joe said, Joe Punoho said, keep it. I was gonna say, I'm gonna get rid of it. He said, no, keep it. Just
Yeah.
keep the damn video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch it.
it was messing with him.
They want it to be documented. They're on the video. Let them.
Yeah, so, and then Uncle Joe came up here and he shared some good stuff. But at the very, very end of that, and I'm not trying to scare everybody, he was looking towards the flashing lights down there. He goes, oh, 'cause that's how he talks. Oh, you see that over there? I go, what? Get someone walking towards us. And I'm like, okay, bro, Paul, turn off the camera.
Oh, we're done.
No need, what if that's the guy that wanted for beef you? I don't know, I don't like see round two. So that was on the other night, guys, okay? So thank you again for being here. Happy Halloween. Thanks to Joe for all the great stories and the audience, and Jana for the great device that she brought over here. Tomorrow night, guys, 11:30, we will bring in Halloween. I will talk to you then. Ghosts of Hawaii, you're home for a dose of ghosts and just amazing people to be with. Take care. Aloha.